Hi and welcome to Anovich Tarot. So this is going to be a collective reading. So it's just going to be one reading. It's uh, for the week, what you need to know for this week. I'm going to start with the Seasons of the Witch to see any messages that the ancestors want to give us for now. I tried to do a recording before this, and then I recorded half an hour, and then I just felt like I needed to scrap. So, one moment. What does the collective need to know? Okay, you have apples, card number 4. It says, to taste, one must swallow it whole, and beneath the satin flame hides drowning waters. So this card is talking about deception, and the first time I tried to record, also we did see the Seven of Swords over there. So there is something about deception in the energy for the collective at this time. I feel like the deception is like, yes, it could be people on the outside, but this is more about the people. This is more about within you. Like, are you deceiving? Like, there's some kind of deception in your situation that you need to see. Maybe the way you see yourself in the situation, or maybe the way you are imagining the situation, or things you are saying to yourself in the situation. I'm going to read the card from the book. Okay, so there are rotten people in the world who will take advantage of those who trust without pause. They come bearing gifts to gain your trust. Their faces are in all shapes, size, and colors. These people always get their due one way or another. When an apple appears in your spread, it is a warning to pause before making any decision about someone or a situation. You do not have all of the facts yet, and there could be danger for you now. Betrayal and deception are likely, so be vigilant. You must tread carefully until everything comes to light. This is especially true for you if you have pulled the seduction card. We haven't yet gone to another. Someone may be taking advantage of you or setting you up for failure. Also, it says, don't be a rotten apple. When it is asking you to be mindful, this card is asking you to be mindful of how you direct your energy towards others. So it's not always the people, like I said, it's not always the external. Here for you, I feel like this is more internally. How am I being, to the people around me and to myself also in the situation? Often someone will attack another out of jealousy and fear. So, am I being jealous? Am I being fearful in the situation? Where are my actions or my reactions coming from? Something that you are being, called to ask yourself, question yourself in the waking moment. Or you may be lashing out at someone for something that has nothing to do with them. But throwing someone under the bus always brings negative karma into yourself tenfold. Evil never wins, and neither will you if you attempt to harm someone so that you can get ahead. Know that you can still achieve your dreams without stepping on others. Also, know that directing your emotions towards others will not solve your problem. Okay, So I feel like the energy, the message is like the message for today is very much about self-awareness, being aware of your thoughts, your actions, your reactions, questioning yourself at every moment you're aware. Question yourself about where these actions, these thoughts, where your thoughts are, where your intentions are. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it selfish? Is it jealous? Any more messages for the collective, please? Is it jealousy or things like that? Okay, you have the whale 41. So we have 4 and we have 41. So that's 4 and 5 over here. Okay, the whale, it's quite possible your eyes have become the fog in which you dwell, a half swallowed glimpse of all that you truly are or can be, that the tears you bleed are ready for the storms to turn the skies inward. Okay, so I feel like there is a deception that you have about yourself, and this is being lifted at this time for you. Okay, there is a real need to ask yourself. I feel like you guys could be being pushed in to do shadow work over here. So, asking yourself, how am I conducting myself right now? How am I conducting myself in this moment? How did I conduct myself then? What could I have done better? Or how could I be better? You cannot go back and change what you have already done, but you can prepare your mindset and your reactions for the next time it happens. um so yeah, but to be able to do that, you need to realize what you have done and what can be changed and how it can be changed and how you are going to apply it the next time it happens. There's a wheel lifting for you. There's a need for you to see yourself for who you truly are. There's a need for you to see yourself for who you truly are. It's not about people deceiving you on the outside. It really doesn't matter what people on the outside are doing or going to do or will do, because people will do whatever people want to do. But and you can never have control of that. But what are you going to do and how are you going to react to it is the only control. And and we have shifted into a frequency where we need to know who we are to be able to change our circumstances, to be able to make a difference in our lives, in our circumstances. Okay, so there is a message from the ancestors teaching you, showing you the whale, showing you how to lift the whale. Messages for the collective. Okay, you have the sun and you have the page of cups. Okay, I feel like there is light being shed on to your inner child. A wounded inner child is being highlighted over here. The wounded inner child is being shown to you through your actions and reactions, and you're being pushed into the space where you ask yourself, how am I acting? How am I reacting? How can I do it better? And why am I acting and reacting this way? And it will, the veil is lifting. So it's connecting you to the inner child, to be able to see the wound and to heal the wound, so that in healing your inner child, your higher self will be revealed to you. I feel like your higher self could have this very childlike nature, and so very child, yeah, very childlike, but not childish, very childlike, but other people see you as childish, and that could have caused you to dim your light in a way, and go with the flow. And so there's many masks that you wear, and some of them have become, so some of them you're aware of, but some of them have become so part of your nature that you're not aware of it anymore. And it's time to take the mask off now, because it's no longer needed. You are not that child anymore. You are not, like, people cannot harm you, people cannot hurt you. You can choose to protect yourself, you can choose to remove yourself from there. You don't have to be attached to people, places, situations. And if you do choose to be there, you're not attaching, but you're coming from you're doing it on your own terms, or you have the option to do it on your own terms. You don't have to, like, you're not that child anymore, so you don't have to have that fear, you don't have to carry that pain, you don't have to carry those walls. Some of them can be let go of, some of them can be broken down. um yeah. You have the Nine of Swords, okay, rising above the situation, rising above the stress, rising above what is keeping you tight, keeping you stuck, keeping you in the same place, keeping you blinded, you know, b- causing this grief, this anxiety. Like, we don't want to visit situations and memories and things like that, because it carries pain, and we do not want to go back and face that pain, or remember that pain, or witness that pain. Like, it's understandable, but it's not sensible, because uh, because it's not healed. It is affecting your life in places that you wouldn't even realize that it's affecting, and also see, like, there's a mother, father, a child over here, and they seem to be like, what have I done, and this one is risen above. So I feel like this is really speaking about healing that inner child, being the parent that you needed for yourself at that time, and healing yourself. This red string over here, okay, like the rabbit is tied to him. Okay, so the story of this picture on this card is that there's a past life connection between the rabbit and the boy, and in this life, so somebody died and got reincarnated. This rabbit got reincarnated, and now they become best friends, but that because that invisible thread, that invisible karmic thread is still attached. And so I feel like, yes, you guys are karmic breakers. You are karmic breakers. You are the ones that is going to be breaking the karmic patterns of your family. You already know this by now, this is not new information, but like it's important to remember this information, because when you're in the situation and facing whatever it is that you're facing, like it really doesn't feel all that heroic and great and grand like it sounds when you talk about it. It doesn't, it absolutely does not feel like that. But it's important to remind yourself, in these difficult times, that people see you differently, because you are meant to do different things. You are here to break a cycle. Like the meaning of breaking a cycle is doing something different, and so people are in awe, so people do not understand, so people are afraid, so people are being people, because like they do not, your journey is not theirs, and it's not their job to understand or your job to explain to them or try to make them understand. You can try to make them understand, but you cannot force them to understand, okay? And you need to know this, you need to remind yourself this. With the Nine of Swords over here, I feel like to be able to release the anxiety, it is important to forgive whatever your childhood trauma or wound is. It's important to forgive, and yes, I am talking about forgiving the ones that inflicted the trauma or those experiences or those wounds on you. You might say, how can you forgive somebody like that? I understand, but you are being asked to forgive these people, because in carrying whatever it is that you're carrying towards them, hatred or whatever it is, like hatred is the strongest emotion you could carry for them, right? So in carrying that, the only person that is being affected is you, and you have to know this, because they will receive karma for what they have done, one way or the other, whether you know this or not. They are receiving, they have been receiving, and they will, if they haven't, they will receive karma for what they have done. But you need to, because you're breaking a cycle over here, you need to come to a space where you do not attach your energy to, like if you were to redo this life, like come back on this earth, all the people that you want gone from your life, you have to detach any kind of energetic cord from these people. And when we attach emotions, good or bad, negative or positive, we are attaching energy. And you need to understand this. From a very quantum physics level, you need to understand this. I don't know if I spoke about quantum physics in this reading or the recording I tried to do before this, but that was another message that came through. So if you're somebody that is interested in quantum physics or understands